Wait, Kawhi Leonard? Mr. Silent Assassin? The guy who barely even speaks in interviews? Caught in a $28 million fraud scheme? You mean to tell me the same man who gives us about 3 words a year has somehow been talking just enough to the IRS to raise eyebrows? Folks, this isn't your regular, oops, I forgot to file taxes situation. No, we're talking luxury cars, shady offshore accounts, and NBA teammates side-eyeing him harder than Drake at a Raptors game. So buckle up, because this rabbit hole is messier than Kawhi's laugh, and trust me, you're not ready for what's next. So here's the thing. When people think of Kawhi Leonard, they think of quiet dominance. The man doesn't talk, he doesn't show emotion, he doesn't even blink during press conferences. But apparently when it comes to $28 million, Kawhi has a whole lot to say, just not to the cameras. According to the reports swirling around the league, Kawhi has somehow been linked to one of the boldest fraud schemes in NBA history. And what's even crazier, the other players are watching this unfold like it's a Netflix crime doc. Some are laughing, some are furious, and some are straight up calling him out. Let's rewind. Kawhi was always painted as the humble superstar, the guy who drove a beat-up Chevy Tahoe even while cashing max contract checks. The media loved that narrative. The robot who just played ball and went home. But insiders are now saying that image was as fake as a Kardashian's Instagram filter. Behind closed doors, Kawhi was allegedly funneling money into ghost companies, shady investment schemes, and questionable partnerships. And get this, several former teammates claim they saw red flags years ago. One unnamed player supposedly told a reporter, "Man, Kawhi was way too quiet to be clean." You don't hide that much unless you're hiding something big. And the reactions? Whew! Let's just say the NBA group chats must be on fire right now. Some players are joking that Kawhi finally spoke, but only to accountants in the Cayman Islands. Others are dead serious, questioning how a guy who barely celebrates championships suddenly knows how to move millions in silence. Even LeBron James, who usually avoids getting messy with other players' scandals, was allegedly caught on a hot mic saying, "That's wild, but not surprising." Some dudes play chess, others play checkers, Kawhi's been playing poker. Fans, of course, are losing their minds. The internet is split in two. On one side, you've got the die-hard Kawhi defenders swearing up and down that he's innocent, and this is just another case of the media dragging down a quiet black athlete. On the other, you've got skeptics pointing out that $28 million doesn't just vanish by mistake. And the memes nonstop. Twitter is already flooded with photoshopped images of Kawhi in an orange jumpsuit, still rocking that same deadpan expression as if nothing happened. But the most shocking part? Some NBA insiders are whispering that Kawhi might not have pulled this off alone. Word on the street is that a close circle of advisors, family, business partners, maybe even former coaches, were all in on it. The way one anonymous source put it, Kawhi wasn't playing basketball. He was playing Monopoly with real money. And just when fans thought this was a one-off scandal, the leaks suggest it could be bigger, much bigger. We're talking a trail of transactions leading back years, possibly stretching across borders, and involving names way beyond Kawhi. The question is no longer if he's guilty. It's who else is about to be exposed. The deeper this story goes, the more bizarre it gets. New reports claim that investigators stumbled upon hidden accounts tied to Kawhi that were stuffed with unexplained cash. Millions quietly parked in places like Switzerland, Panama, and even a suspicious property deal in Dubai. One leaked file supposedly showed Kawhi's name attached to a shell company called KL Enterprises, which was allegedly moving money faster than a fast break. Now, was Kawhi personally managing this? Nobody knows. But the fact his signature appeared on more than one suspicious document has the NBA scratching its head and fans screaming foul. And here's where things take a dramatic turn. The other players aren't holding back anymore. Imagine being in the locker room and realizing your so-called quiet teammate might be running a multi-million-dollar scheme on the side. According to sources, guys like Paul George and James Harden have been privately venting about it. One insider swears that PG was overheard saying, "Bro, I thought Kawhi was saving money on shoes, not stashing millions overseas." Meanwhile, Harden, never one to stay silent about money, allegedly cracked a joke during practice, calling him the silent scammer. Social media is only amplifying the madness. Every NBA podcast, Twitter thread, and TikTok page is dissecting the scandal like it's the Zapruder film. Fans are dragging Kawhi for years of pretending to be low-key, when behind the scenes he may have been living like a secret Bond villain. One viral TikTok compared his robot personality to a cover-up act, saying, "Of course he's quiet. Dude's rehearsing his alibi." The video racked up millions of views overnight. sparking even more theories. And it doesn't stop there. Rumors are swirling that Kawhi used some of that money to fund over-the-top luxuries nobody ever associated with him. We're talking a private jet painted matte black, luxury villas under fake names, and even a rumored underground wine cellar worth millions. Remember, this is the same Kawhi who once said he preferred driving an old SUV because he didn't need flashy things. The contradiction is so wild, fans are calling it the biggest plot twist in sports since Jordan went to play baseball. The reaction among other NBA legends is equally telling. Shaquille O'Neal, never shy about his opinion, allegedly blasted Kawhi on a radio show saying, "Man, $28 million, that ain't no mistake, that's a lifestyle. You can't dribble your way out of fraud." Charles Barkley reportedly laughed so hard on air he had to take a break, joking that Kawhi's load management wasn't about resting games, it was about resting bank accounts. And yet, despite all the memes and jokes, the serious undertone is undeniable. Analysts are warning that if even half of these allegations stick, Kawhi could be facing not just suspension, but potentially criminal charges. The NBA has been rocked by scandals before, but nothing of this financial magnitude. Players react with humor on the surface, but beneath that, there's genuine fear. Because if Kawhi, the supposedly squeaky clean superstar, could be involved in something like this, who else in the league might be hiding skeletons in their balance sheets? As the dust settles, the real question becomes, what happens next? The NBA isn't treating this like some minor tax hiccup. Nope. Word is the league has already brought in forensic accountants, lawyers, and even government officials to start digging deeper. Imagine that. Kawhi Leonard, usually allergic to microphones, now sitting across from investigators who want every detail of where that $28 million went. Sources close to the situation say the atmosphere during questioning was icy, with Kawhi giving his trademark deadpan stare while lawyers scrambled to explain away mountains of suspicious documents. But this isn't just about Kawhi anymore. The scandal has spiraled into something much larger. Sponsors are reportedly reconsidering their partnerships, nervous about being tied to what some are calling the NBA's Enron moment. Major brands that once plastered Kawhi's face on billboards are suddenly going silent. And the ripple effect? Other players are now being dragged into the narrative. Teammates, trainers, even distant associates, because investigators believe this scheme might not have been a solo act. The whispers are getting louder. If Kawhi's name is in these files, whose name is next? The league office is in full panic mode. Remember, the NBA thrives on image, marketable stars, clean reputations, storylines that sell tickets. A $28 million fraud scandal involving one of its most decorated champions is a PR nightmare. Insiders claim Adam Silver held an emergency meeting, vowing to restore integrity to the league. But let's be honest, when billions are on the line, integrity often takes a backseat to damage control. Don't be shocked if they try to sweep this under the rug faster than Kawhi's crossover. Meanwhile, the fan base is split like never before. Some are screaming for justice, saying Kawhi needs to face prison time if the allegations are true. Others are defending him, pointing fingers at the league for targeting a quiet superstar who doesn't play the media's game. The debate has turned toxic. Twitter wars, Reddit threads, even YouTube channels springing up overnight claiming to have exclusive proof of Kawhi's innocence or guilt. The scandal isn't just about fraud anymore. It's about trust, loyalty, and how much fans really know about the players they worship. And the players? They're watching closely because if Kawhi goes down, it sets a precedent. Imagine every NBA contract, every endorsement deal, every off-court hustle being combed through by investigators. Guys who thought they were untouchable are suddenly sweating bullets. As one anonymous veteran allegedly put it, if Kawhi's number came up, nobody's safe. They're gonna start checking all of us. The fallout could reshape the entire league. Suspensions, legal charges, stripped endorsements, it's all on the table. And in the middle of it, Kawhi remains silent, as always. No public statements, no tearful press conference, no social media rants. Just that same robotic calm, like a man who either knows he's innocent or knows he's already beat the system. History? Only time, and maybe a federal investigation will tell. So now the $1 million, or should I say $28 million question. Is Kawhi Leonard a mastermind fraudster hiding behind a silent poker face? Or just another NBA star caught in the crossfire of rumors and receipts? Because if the leaks are even halfway true, this story is bigger than basketball. But I'll let you decide, fraudster, scapegoat, or genius in disguise? Drop your theories in the comments because trust me, This debate is just getting started. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the truth the NBA doesn't want you to hear is coming next.